Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to this gorgeous Saturday day. Isn't it an amazing day today? It's beautiful. Definitely one to celebrate. Hey, I wanted to jump on and talk about fearless feminine leadership. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining. I wanted to talk about feminine leadership. Now, you're here interested in public speaking because you're a leader. And I, inside this group, want to get you to be able to take an audience to a place where they cannot go by themselves. That's why you're there as the speaker. That's why you write your signature talk. That's why you get on the stage and fearlessly share your opinions, your big ideas, so that you can take that audience to a place where they couldn't go by themselves. So they get that transformation. And so that you never let what you want to say override what the audience needs to hear, so that you never let what you want to say override what you're there for. Now, that's really important, and it's something that often gets missed in public speaker training. And it became really obvious to me when I was getting up on the stage and not quite getting the feedback that I had expected. And I realized, I had an aha moment. I realized that it had in fact been more important to me to be seen as intelligent, to be seen as professional, to be interesting. And so that overrode what I was actually there for. That took over me being really present for the audience and delivering what they needed. In fact, it robbed me when I was writing the talk of writing something for them, because I was actually doing it for the feeling and the results that I would get. So never let what you want to say get in the way of what the audience needs to hear. And to create openings in your speech. What does that even mean? Well, creating openings is when we ask questions. Creating openings is when we invite the audience to consider something or take something on. It creates those openings by taking them to the spaces and places, as I said, that they wouldn't normally go. Those openings allow the individual to level up. This is how we create transformation, by opening up those spaces. Now, my training isn't for everybody. I get that, because it's for women who are willing, wanting, or ready to stand in their authenticity. Now, authenticity it sounds fantastic, but it's not a comfortable place to start out in, because we need to get okay with the discomfort of being seen, get okay with how it feels to be judged, and be okay with, and this is particularly what we're worried about, is failing to succeed at what we had intended for our talk and our delivery. We hate to fail. It's conditioned into us from the day that we were born. And we're so afraid to fail. So afraid of being a mess up, a stuff up, a fuck up, of not having it together, we're not afraid of giving our opinion, and we're not afraid of our big ideas. We'll share those. We want to share. In fact, you crave to share those. I know I always wanted to get up there and share my opinion. And like I said, what took over was wanting to sound intelligent, professional, and interesting. But what I truly wanted, and I was missing the mark, what I really wanted was to be able to share my opinion in the way that I wanted to share it and have it received. And there's a real art around that. There's a real skill to doing that. And I'm here to teach you that, to take you through that training when you join my regular workshops, Empowered Speaking. This workshop and all of my platform is not for every woman, because not only do you need to be able to stand, be willing, ready, or capable of standing in your authenticity, you need to be someone who is craving being fully self-expressed, that you desire to let yourself loose and express yourself, maybe in a way that you don't even know is possible, but you just know that you want to be broken wide open, that you want to just let yourself out, that you want to be able to let yourself just be in the flow when you're up talking. Yes, maybe you've got a structure. Yes, maybe you've memorized your talk, but you want to be free to interact and engage with the audience, to tap into your potential. It is the most delightful feeling. I promise you, it's the best experience on the planet, or at least that's what I think, because it's my vessel, it's my tool, it's my way, such as, say, a musician who plays guitar or someone who draws. That's their vehicle, that's their way, their tool to access their potential, to tap into it and expand and grow it. It's the most exciting journey, ride, experience that you can have. And the magic of it is you're not solo. You're not over here like an island, speaking into the void. You're not a lighthouse sending out a beam and wondering if that beam is reaching any ships. You're literally in that moment captivating and captivated. You're captivating the audience and you're captivated by the audience. You're in it together, and is the most magic moment of co-creation that you could ever experience. So that is the woman that I'm seeking, someone who is willing to learn how to fearlessly share their big ideas and their opinions, the woman who's willing to be seen, bold and authentic, or quiet and decisive, or whatever that combination is for you. It changes depending on where you're at as well. All right, so there are 4 leadership lessons that you learn inside the She Talks, and also I'm bringing this as a talk to International Women's Day. International Women's Day is about women in tech and leadership. So I'm going to be talking about leadership all through International Women's Day week. 1, create a fearless identity. Well, that is you being authentic. That is you allowing yourself to get comfortable with the discomfort. And that is you being able to be courageous, be in your courage, be in your confidence that you were born with. 2, get comfortable with taking risks, so making it a habit to take risks. So it's not if you feel like it. It's not about if you feel like it. If you want the outcome, pull up your big girl pants and just freaking do it. Pull up your big girl pants and just take the steps, as uncomfortable or as much as you hate it or as boring as it is. Not only do we just pull up our big girl pants, we get ourselves into a state of appreciation, because that is how we master those moments and move ourselves not just to the edge of our comfort zone, but well beyond it, and expand that limit permanently, which is transformation. Everything I do is all about transformation. Don't come to me if you just want a nice little change. Don't come to me if you just want to learn the skills of public speaking. This is a complete overhaul transformation. No bullshit. I go deep and I work hard with you, and it's fun. When you're in there, it doesn't feel like hard work. It will feel a bit uncomfortable. And then you've got to lead with your feminine self. Yes, we have masculine and feminine leadership. It is a sliding scale. However, yes, I lead in masculine as much as I lead in feminine, but I'll lead more in feminine. There's a reason for that. You might need to come and see my talk to understand that fully. I'm going to be talking at Jutta K's Women's Empowerment Summit. The first one sold out. I'm so rapt to be in this one as the keynote, so I can't wait. Feminine leadership goes beyond the current leadership styles that we see, both masculine and feminine combined. There's something unique about feminine leadership that gets beyond the circumstances to see the person. And rather than telling the person what they need to do, meaning we're the voice of reason, we allow the other person to come up with it themselves. That is the true meaning of feminine leadership, and you will learn how to master that. And when you do, you'll get a huge following, because you're not telling people how to think, how to behave. And yet you are powerfully the coach guiding them. And they're guided by you to find the answers that they seek by themselves. You get them in a state of discovery. All right. And the last one is to accelerate your genius, because you're tapping into it and you're expanding it, you're using it, you're accessing it, you're sharing it, and you're showing others how to do that themselves. So they're the 4 steps. They're the four places that I will take you inside of all of the She Talks platform. I wanted to just particularly also tell you, you're invited to the Confidence Summit. Sorry, it's the Empowerment Summit. I'm doing a lot of different summits, but I'm allowed to invite you to this one. This is an open event. Jutta K's Empowerment Summit. It's in Narre Warren. Don't let that, if you're not from that area, I mean, I'm over in the West. So don't let that stop you, because this is a full day for you to come and celebrate being with other women, celebrate your business, celebrate where you're at, and to really grab onto some really powerful insights on the day to accelerate you to the next level. That's what it's all about, creating transformations. And I hope that you're there, because I cannot wait to personally connect with you. That is going to be magic. I will be talking about She Talks out in the foyer. You can come and speak to me. You can come and ask me about my programs. You can see if it's for you, and I'll see if you're a fit. I don't take anybody. I'm not interested. I've done that in the beginning, and it's truly a waste of your time and mine. Only come if you're really willing to do the work, to step in. Look, it doesn't mean that you're able to. I was the person who felt like, and I've said this in the last live, that I was under a glass ceiling and behind a line, and I couldn't get over that start line. Just couldn't get out of the constraints of where I was at in my beliefs and thinking about what I was capable of and what I was going to achieve and whether I made a difference. And even though I dug down and found the source of that problem, the truth is that's never enough. It's never enough to look into the past and go, oh, I get it. I know what caused that. It doesn't just disappear when we do that. We literally need to step into our new identity. We literally need to step into that timeline of that identity and start being that new person that you possess within you, that's already you, that confident and courageous person that you were born as. And if you're not sure about that, I'm going to show you how true it is that you are confident and courageous. What else I want to say? I think I've said a lot already. I am just going to tell you that January is booked out. You can still go in and book January, but don't. It's just the nature of Eventbrite. You know, if I take the numbers down and it shows as sold out, then you won't be able to book ahead for the rest of the year. Welcome to those who are in Anonymous. Great to see you here. You're welcome to drop into the chat if you have any questions for me. Otherwise, stay right where you are. I'm happy for you to just be where you are. And so Eventbrite, January, workshops sold out, so please don't book. One person booked, and I'm going to have to let them know. Join for February. Jutta just popped in. I was just talking about, this is Jutta K, everyone. I was just talking about your event, and I gave them a little insight into what I'm going to be speaking about at your event, about feminine leadership, and that those 4 core elements inside of feminine leadership, what's so important about it, why they need to come and listen to that, and that don't let Narre Warren be a barrier. And then I'm talking now about just sign up for February. If you are that woman, like I said, I don't take everyone, but if you're the woman who's ready, willing, capable of being her authentic self, you know, at least trying that on and practicing that new way of being. If you are someone who is wanting to, willing, ready, able, wishes they could be fully self-expressed, you're in the right place. You're the women that I want to go to work with. And this is the space for you. So just book. You'll get what you came for because you'll tell me what you're there for, and I'll go to work and guarantee that you get it. So just book for Empowered Speaking. If you need to write a keynote, just book for Speakers Fast Track. I'll put you on an interest-free payment plan. I understand we've all got money going everywhere, and we need to be really conscious of that, particularly post-COVID. I know that I'm more conscious around money and having more savings than ever before, since spending into my savings, which was fun at the time. It was fun. It was good fun, just being a little flippant and free and ordering a coffee from Uber and having it delivered and going, well, this is a different experience and I like this, kind of like when you're able to just wander away from your work into the cafe and have that engagement with someone when you're ordering a coffee. I was kind of replacing that feeling. So come see me talk. I'll be in the foyer talking about these workshops, so you can have a one-on-one conversation with me. You tell me if you're a fit, I'll tell you if you're a fit and if I can help you. And yep, coffee from Uber, as in they will go to whichever cafe and pick up just one coffee. It's expensive, and it's an expensive way to get a coffee, but I like to feel, like, and I'm sure many of you do, we earn this money. It's nice to feel that we have the freedom to do whatever we want with it. That feeling of, extravagance, that feeling of I'm worth it, whatever that is for you. It's definitely something that I encourage with conscious awareness. So I wasn't just spending through my savings. It was a conscious thing, but yeah. I never ran out of the money. I just don't have those savings anymore. So let's get ourselves into the mindset of having a magical 2023. And in order to have a magical 2023, what do we have to do? What is it, that thing that you need to do and take action on? I'm going to turn you into that leader that you've always wanted to be. You're going to do that through public speaking. You're going to do it through public speaking mindset and through primal wisdom. And whatever your journey is, it may not be becoming a professional speaker, a keynote speaker on the platform. It's called the platform. The stage is called a platform, which is why She Talks is called a platform. You may want to take this into your own business. Many of the women in this workshop, in the Empowered Speaking workshop, are in fact business owners. And I am all over how to deliver a talk. Let me just go to this is one of my books that I take into my Empowered Speaking. I have a couple of folders, big folders, and it's all of the strategies, tools, tips, templates, swipe sheets. I don't give them all out. Depends where you're at and what you need. But I'm just going to take you through a quick framework. You'll like this too. A quick framework of a talk to sell from the stage. You've got to say, who are you, who you are. Now, usually you've got an MC who introduces you, and that's enough. But if it's not enough, you need to let them know who you are, like why they need to listen to you. The next one, what do you have to tell them? So Dale Carnegie does his framework for a talk is tell them what you're going to tell them why you're telling them, and then again tell them what you're telling them, and then tell them what you're telling them in a more summarized version. That's it. That's his whole framework. But this is selling from the stage. So the step 2 is, what do you have to tell them? And we tell this in more of an analogy, a story. You can tell your own story. It might be a fact. It might be the news. It might be statistics, right? What do you have to tell them? But it's not just straight tell them. You're telling them inside of a story or a piece of information. And then why should they care about knowing this or learning this? Why should they care? Because they'll be asking, what do I care about that? I don't care about feminine leadership. Fearless feminine leadership, that doesn't apply to me. Oh, heck yeah, it really does. It applies to every single woman. Listen up. All right, so the next one is to present their problem, what you believe that the audience is dealing with, so that they can understand why inside of fearless feminine leadership, it matters to them. Well, how you manage your business and whether it's successful or not hinges completely on your leadership styles. Completely. And the most effective way to be a successful business owner and speaker is to fully step into that feminine leadership that I spoke about in the beginning. Now, it's not what you think it is. So go back and watch the beginning of this, and it's near the beginning, and you'll understand. And you'll relate to it, and you're probably already doing it. But I'm talking about really expanding that out consciously into your business and your style of leadership. All right, the next one is then you want to create relatability. So that relatability is you'll tell your story. It's we, I, you format. You're telling your story and you talk about it as in a we. You know, we often experience this as a society, in brackets, you're not saying that. And then it's you. You probably deal with procrastination. You probably get up in the morning and feel overwhelmed. Like it goes me, I, we, you. And then you want to bring their attention to all the other problems, the ones that you've identified that they may not have identified, that they're likely not aware of. So now you have permission to bring all of that to their awareness. Now they're sitting there going, oh, I need to solve this. This is what I need to do. And there's a few more steps, but we'll stop there. I don't want to give it all away. Come and do workshops with me, and I promise to really get you there fast. Jutta, great to see you here. Thank you to the other people who've joined in who are in Anonymous. Wonderful to see you. Thanks for joining in to those people who are joining in later. Pop your comments in the bottom. The more that you, does sound awesome, the more that you interact, the more that you freely give yourself to this platform, the more that you're open to receive. You know, if we sit over here in our solo I world, as in what I mean by that is if we sit back and listen and watch, there's a really different experience occurring within your mindset and physiology, your nervous system, completely different. And your body and mind knows that you're holding yourself separate from what's happening. Whereas, see, Jutta fully engages. This is why I love Jutta so much, because she fully understands this as a coach herself, a very profound and powerful coach, mind you. She understands the necessity to mentally and physically engage. You're gorgeous. She understands that process. Like literally, if you're saying yes, 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 and you don't have to come and do my workshop to engage, but by engaging, you're saying, yes, I'm ready for this. Yes, it's my time. Yes, I deserve this. Yes, let's go. Like you're literally stepping into the timeline of that. So I'm going to head off now and have a day. I was writing this morning for the talk, Jutta. I spent a couple of hours writing. It's really fun. And I really hated it when my alarm went off and I had to stop, because I could literally write, sit outside in the sun with the breeze and the butterflies and the birds and my cat. I could sit out there and have cups of tea and write all day. However, I have other things to do and a birthday party to go to tonight, which I'm excited about. My dear friend Emma, who, Jutta, you know, she's the digital copy woman. She is a master. I don't know if you're supposed to, you can't say mistress, so I'll have to say master. She is a master at her craft. So if anyone needs digital copy, I tell you, she is the one. Oh, honey, Jutta, thank you. Thanks for being here. Much love, much respect. Go attack your day. Don't attack it. Never attack anything. Just go and enjoy it and make it happen. Go pull up your big girl pants and appreciate the heck out of where you are and what you have. And even if it's something you don't want to do, like emails, learn to appreciate it, because it will transform everything, and it will put you, instead of into your critical mind, when you appreciate those things that you don't particularly want to do but they need to get done, or even those things that are annoying and people who you wish would go away but they don't. If you find appreciation, now you're not in your critical mind, you're up in your potential, your wise mind, and the doors of possibility open. So have a magic day. And I'll speak to you really soon, ladies. Go ahead and book for the February workshops on Eventbrite, and book for the summit. I will put the links in. All right. Go have a good one. Bye for now.